Okay, so now we've gone through the bridge closest to CRI. That's the North Beacon Street Bridge. Um, you're coming up on the area of the river that is entirely dominated by the CRI docking pattern. Um, Stay pretty far right, and you generally be okay. Now, as you get past this, as you come up to the docks, uh, boats will sort of be jockeying for docking position and frequently spin way too early. Don't worry about that. Try to avoid getting too upset about that. We're going to follow the docking pattern and not worry about either singles who break the rules or 8s, 4s, comp teams who break the rules. You're going to go all the way up until you get to basically beyond a straight line between the boat access launch site just to our left and the island that's to our right. You're going to break that straight line before you spin. So, another tip for any time you go around a turn, it's always easiest to understand what's going on in the straightaway you're about to enter before you make the turn. You're coxing, you've got 8 people sitting directly in front of you. You can't really see straight in front of you all that well. But as you come into a turn, you can look down and see what's going on. That's really all I expect from you. Look and see if you can tell what's going on. From here, we're going to spin about here, and you can actually just go make a straight line for the dock that you want. Talk to the boats that are around you. Remember, we're never going to spin if a boat is coming downstream. Boats coming downstream have the right of way. A boat coming upstream behind us that wants to continue up the straightaway also has the right of way. So you've got to assess whether the boat behind you is going to go by you or is going to stop and spin also. Talk to them if you can. Otherwise, you got to pretty much assume that they're going to go straight up the straightaway, especially if they're not CRI. From here, look, notice if you turn, you'd basically be in a good position to go straight for the dock. You didn't have a lot of time there, but you'd basically be in the right angle to go straight for the dock if you spun in place. It's sometimes tricky, and it's sometimes easier to spin with just starboards rowing or ports holding. We may also go upstream further. And cut across. If a boat's coming downstream, you need to go beyond it. Before you spin. From here, you're going to spin in the order that you arrive here. You can't cut off other boats. Other boats can't cut you off. But if you're talking to each other and you're going to different docks, just, get it, do whatever makes sense for the situation. Work together. Everybody's just trying to get off the water. As long as nobody's being belligerent, we're just trying to make the same thing happen. So here you can see, if you went straight for the dock, you'd be in a good position to dock efficiently. Now, at this point, if you were going upstream, you would not want to get over to the right. You got over to the right, in the dead area in front of the yachts on the right side. It's very shallow. The best point is to, you don't want to be over there. Your point is basically the bushes that come out into the river right in the center of the screen right now. That's your point for now. Don't go further right there. That's where you're going straight down. Don't go off to the right. If you do go off to the right, it's not a bad place to wind off and stop and be coached, but it gets a little tricky if you're trying to figure out what another boat's going to do, and there's a boat over there. It's also very shallow, and if the water's low, easy to lose a skeg over there. So, if you're going upstream, understand that the Wellesley docks are right in the center of this straightaway. There's a good bit of room up here, and those are the Wellesley docks. They frequently dock by going straight across from the opposite side of the river. So understand that they may be doing that. You want to avoid them in either direction, whatever they're doing. So it's fairly self-explanatory. The traffic pattern up here: stay right, don't go into the dead place to the right. If you do go up, we're not going to go upstream all that far beyond the yachts. There is some calm water up there, and if weather were really bad, we would go up there more, but in the mornings and after dusk, it's really, the Charles is pretty rowable. So it's not that big a deal. We generally don't need to find flat water by going up there. If you do go up there, there's a tree. You're never going to go beyond the tree. There's a tree floating in the water. So these yachts on the left are an obstacle coming downshore. They're an obstacle because the far one sticks out pretty far. Other than that, you can come all the way up here, spin. Well, this will usually be the end of practice, but